Hello and welcome everyone. This is Carson Porter and this is the Inspire YouTube channel. Talking about just things that can inspire us to do bigger, better, have more, do more, be more, achieve more, all that fun jive. And you know, I bought one of these remotes. I'm going to show you this thing. This little thing. So that I could, press a button, be real sneaky, camera would start up, you wouldn't even know it. And it's just, seamless, right? But instead you've got to see me reaching and because this damn thing doesn't work. Anyways, just had to get that off my chest. Been fiddling around with that for the last 5 minutes and I'll never get that time back. So anyways, this is the Inspire YouTube channel. We're here just talking about things that we can do to have more, do more, be more, and achieve more, okay? Today, we're going to talk about recognizing the 3 forms of failure, okay? And I know the screen, there's some glare on it, and I'm not a high dollar, Hollywood film production crew and the whole 9 yards. I don't have all that going on here. All I have going on is simple, honest truth, okay? So I want to talk about recognizing the 3 forms of failure. I've been told a lot, hey, quit focusing on the negative things. Let's just pep rally all the time and talk about how good everything is and do this, slap some ass and move on. And I just don't believe in that. I believe there's a time and a place for that. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place for everything. I also believe our mistakes and our trials, our tribulations, are some of the best lessons that we can take and use and learn from to grow on an accelerated basis, okay? So I want to talk about these 3 forms of failure, and man, there's a weird glow here. Anyways, these 3 forms of failure that just kick all of our asses, sometimes on a daily basis. It's one of those lessons, one of those things that it keeps happening until you learn to recognize it and make adjustments and move forward. And in the end, it actually never quits happening. You just learn to recognize these forms of failure quicker and overcome them quicker, to where you're doing it so quickly it may even seem that you're not ever even failing, when the fact of the matter is you're failing. You're just overcoming that failure instantaneously, okay? So the 3 forms, or the 3 ways we do fail are: number 1, we fail to take action at all. We know something's a good idea. We have seen it proven. We've seen it happen in the lives of other people, or the math adds up, or whatever the case may be, and we fail to take action. Number 2, we fail to take the right action. We may say, I want ice cream, and having an ice cream cone is going to bring value to my life. And so we get in the car and we drive all the way across town to a freaking cement plant, and all of a sudden we can't get ice cream. We took action, but we didn't take the right action. I'm sorry, but if you're buying ice cream at a cement plant, double check your ice cream, because it's probably not the best thing for you in the first place, okay? Number 3 is we fail to maintain that right action, that proper action. In other words, we achieve the thing, but we can't maintain it. And if we can't maintain it, what's the point of even having it at all? There's the old saying, better to have loved and lost than not to have loved at all. And I call bullshit. Better to have loved and kept than to have loved and lost, or to have never loved at all. So if you can have your cake and eat it too, and all you have to do is the right amount of things in the right way, the right number of times, why would you not go for that? The equation is there. The math all adds up. Go, do it, right? So I want to dive into these just a little bit more. Number 1, failing to take action. And I just kind of highlighted 3 reasons why. I mean, we could point out 100 different reasons, but I feel like, at least in my life, as I look back and reflect, these are my 3 things. And this is very transparent for me, and it's also telling for me. So I'm laying my heart and my soul out there. These are the ways that I freaking suck, everyone, okay? So the way I fail to take action come from 3 different reasons, I guess. And reasons are just another word for excuses. Everybody says there's excuses and reasons are good, excuses are bad. It's all bullshit. There's reasons and there's results, okay? Results, self-explanatory. Reasons are any ideology, excuse or reason, or whatever terminology you want to give it, why you didn't accomplish something, or why you didn't accomplish it to the degree that you wanted to accomplish that thing. So anyways, failing to take action. Number 1 thing, we believe, or we have this belief, that we are born into an opportunity. No, 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 no. How wrong is that? I can't count how many times I've heard, and I've even said myself, I was born into this. I was raised that way. I was given this. I didn't have the same opportunity. I didn't get to go to the rich school. I didn't get, this. I didn't get that. Mom and dad didn't have money to give me to go and accomplish and do. And when the reality is I didn't take action to do it. Okay? And I didn't take action because I disqualified myself immediately based on birth. Or maybe not even birth, but circumstance, right? I wasn't given this circumstance. I didn't happen into college in the way that would have made me successful at college to have this degree to go get this job and do this and do that and do the other. Bullshit, okay? Got to overcome that. B, a belief that previous failures carry weight towards new and future actions. In other words, there's this concept, right? And I'm going to call this concept tradition, for lack of a better term. Some may wrap this into the concept of opportunity cost, but we're going to leave that out of the picture for now because that goes into a whole nother conversation. The idea, though, is doing something because you've done it. That's what tradition is, right? Every Thanksgiving, you come, or every Thanksgiving Eve, come gather around the table. Friends and family are there. Light a candle. You've got a ham. You've got whatever else on the table. A cooked goose for everyone, right? And you participate in this event. Now, half the people there don't want to be there, especially if it's one of these big family events. Let's be honest. Some of us enjoy them. Some of us truly enjoy everybody there. But, every one of those families have that Aunt Bessie and that Uncle Mark that are just, why am I even here, Why am I here putting up with their shit? But you do it because you done it. You did it last year and you did it the year before and you're going to continue to do it, right? Thanksgiving, we spend hours and hours and hours cooking and cooking and cooking so we can eat for 30 minutes and spend 3 hours cleaning up, right? Now, don't not look at me. I enjoy a Thanksgiving meal. I'm not excusing myself from this. I love Thanksgiving. The cranberries, the turkey, the stuffing, green bean casserole. My God, if you have not tried green bean casserole, your life is hell. You've got to do this, and you've got to do it right. Because you can definitely have a shitty green bean casserole. Anyways, traditions. Doing things because we've already done them, right? And that's the only reason why we do it. We have wicked traditions. We have this mentality as Homo sapiens, as human beings, where we will not do something simply because we haven't done it before. We will not do something because we've failed at it before. For example, one time I was eating a hot dog, choked on the hot dog, almost died, almost passed out, couldn't breathe for a while, finally got it out of me. I enjoy the shit out of a good hot dog, okay? If I were to take that one experience with this mentality, I'd never eat another hot dog again in my life. And I'm a Hebrew National fan. Everybody's got their brand, whether it's Nathan's or Ballpark Franks or whatever the case may be. Some of you may just want a tofu dog, whatever. But if you choked on that once, would you try a hot dog again? I would bet your ass you would. It's just something you would do. And look, this is already going to sleep on me. My point is, though, you can't not take action because you failed at something previous to that. You've got to shake that off and keep moving forward and even take that failure, learn from it, and go take new action or improved action or more action or reaction. Whatever you've got to do, continue to do. Do not do simply because you failed at it before. C, the fear of failure, attention, change, and the unknown. We always hear about the fear of failure. We always hear about fear of change. There is a fear of attention. Stage fright doesn't mean you have to be standing on a stage in front of 1,000 people. It can be doing something as simple as putting on a video on YouTube or Facebook. It can be stage fright can be something as simple as I won't go shop at the mall because there's a large concentration of people at the mall. And they might look at me. Oh my hell. They might look at me, right? That's a fear of attention. Or a fear of the unknown altogether. I don't know what the outcome is. I know what the outcome I have now is. The outcome I have now is shitty, but it could be shittier. So I'm not going to take different action, because if I do, who knows what I'll have. Cannot fall into these traps. We can't fall into these traps. So anyways, these are ways, reasons, excuses, which are like buttholes, why we fail to take action at all. Second, failure to take the right action. Why do we take the wrong action? Okay. Number one, whatever we want to call it, improper estimation of the target or effort required to achieve that target. In other words, we say, once again, I want ice cream. McDonald's is 1 mile away. I am only going to travel 0.5 miles, and McDonald's is the nearest ice cream, okay? Well, I took the wrong amount of action, and so I did not have the desired result, if that makes sense. We can also take or have a poor estimation of the direction of that effort. Like, that ice cream is 1 mile this direction, and instead I had 10 miles this direction. Still gets you the same place where you didn't get any damn ice cream, okay? So we have to estimate our action correctly. This is what goal setting is all about. And there's a million different good ideas on how to set good goals. There's ideas on, set your goals high and underachieve them. Shoot for the moon and hit the stars, right? There's ideas on, well, set your goals lower and go overachieve them so you can feel really good about it all the time. There's ideas on, only set long-term goals, only set short-term goals, set 10 different goals all at once. You've got to find what works for you, but you have to find a way to weigh and measure your expectation for yourself and estimate the effort, attention, and energy required to put into something to have a certain result. B, we take the complete wrong actions for that goal. Okay, like I said, I guess this fits more into like driving the other damn direction when the ice cream's over here. Can't do that. Does us no good. Or, man, I really want to get some sales today. I want to go meet some new people. I'm going to get some sales. I'm going to find some new people that want some life insurance or a car or whatever it is you're pitching. And then you sit on your ass and never pick up the phone. That's the wrong action. And trust me, takes a shit ton of work to sit there and not pick up the phone or not talk to anybody. You've got to beat yourself up all day to do that. C, a lack of commitment to the original purpose. Did you even want the ice cream in the first place? Because if you did, you would have figured out what it takes to do it, and you would have done it. So if it's not something you want bad enough to actually go do, maybe you ought to set your sights on something you do want. Because not everybody wants everything. Not everybody wants the ice cream. Some people want carrot sticks. Well, go get carrot sticks. Quit arguing about the semantics of ice cream. Go get carrot sticks. But figure out what it takes to get them and go get them, okay? Number 3, failure to maintain action. A, we have a belief that successful actions are self-repeating or self-compounding, meaning if I succeed today, I don't have to try tomorrow because my success today will carry me forward. And in some ways that is true. There is momentum. There is inertia. An object in motion tends to stay in motion, but let me tell you about the reaction of another object putting its force and creating friction upon your object in motion. It's called life. Life's a bitch, and it is a fickle bitch. You can't just judge what's going to happen today. You don't have a crystal ball. You can't look at your calendar and say, my God, Jenny, there's my day. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to go out every single day and be consistent. Your day has to be filled with all the right things, all the right pieces to your recipe to make that cake you want to eat. If you want your cake and you want to eat it too, you've got to have the right things to have the cake in the first place. Then you've got to have the right things to eat the cake, okay? And you have to do those on a daily basis if you want a cake every day. Otherwise, you had cake one day and now all you know is what it was like to have loved and lost. Not going there. B, distractions, or we lose focus. I'm going to go get 10 sales today. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. Ring, ring. Oh, hey, buddy. Yeah, I'll meet you for lunch for 6 hours. Sure, we'll sit at the park and feed the ducks. Maybe we'll hold hands while we're at it. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Right? We lose focus. We prioritize things over that. We know we should do this, and we don't. Can't do that. We have to remain focused. I recommend for this, and this is for me, to plan your day in 15-minute intervals. It takes about 10 minutes a day at the end of every day to plan the next day in a 15-minute interval section. I know every 15 minutes what I need to be doing the next 15 minutes. And there is 5 or 6 times a day I can look at my planner and say, shit, I'm not doing what I should be doing. I'm slacking off here. I'm distracted. I'm losing focus. And so what do? I rein myself in. I bring myself back and I get back to work so I can be productive. Like I said, it's not about never having failure. It's about overcoming that failure quicker so you can spend more time being productive, more time achieving, more time gaining and having and doing, okay? C, complacency, contentment, and pride. This idea, this poison, this sickness, this cancer that resides in us that says, I got enough and I'm fine. My bills are paid. I'm happy. I've got a pension that will give me, will pay my bills and a little bit to spare in retirement, if that company's still around to pay my pension. You know? This ideology that all is well and, we don't need to do anymore is a blatant lie. That is an ideology that keeps us on the hook our whole life. Keeps us on the hook as consumers. We have to consume our whole lives, whether we're consuming potato chips or we're consumers in a welfare program or we're consumers in a program where we are dependent because we weren't willing to put in the action to do something else. And now we are forever dependent on kissing ass up to someone or something or some entity so that we can have our bills paid or so that we can have that ice cream or we can make that sale. No. If you want to be successful, you can't be okay with that. Now, there are plenty of you out there that are going to decide, I'm going to be okay with that anyways, and that's fine. You can have that. More success for the rest of us to be had. But for those of us that want to go and achieve something extra special, extraordinary, we've got to put in a little extra effort. And that extra effort it has no place for complacency, contentment, and pride. Can't exist there, okay? Failure, when it's left unchecked, leads to more exponential failure. The result forms a habit of tolerance for continued letdown. What does that mean? That means the more we let ourselves off the hook, the more we say, you know what, I failed today, and it's okay. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm still alive. Maybe my bills are still paid. Maybe I still got a bite of ice cream. I didn't get the whole damn cone, but I got a taste, and that's okay. We form a habit where we are more okay with that. And the next day, we'll be more okay having half a bite. And the next day, we'll be more okay having a quarter bite. It is a cancer, and it is like I say, a habit that we form for a continuance of tolerance for letdown in our lives. We become okay with this idea that it's okay to not be okay. And that's not okay. Okay? Successful thoughts and actions. This dude is happy. I'm sorry I had to put this up. It cracked me up. I laughed. And maybe this isn't as funny. Maybe it was just, it was 5:30 this morning when I was working on this. But this dude cracked me up. This dude is one happy MFer, okay? Successful thoughts and actions tend towards the natural creation of other successful thoughts and actions. In other words, although if I have a successful day today, it does not necessarily mean I will have a successful day tomorrow. It does give me momentum. It gives me energy. It gives me power to go and have more and do more and be more and achieve more. And if I go do it tomorrow, exponentially I grow for the next day. And if I go do it the next day, exponentially I grow the next day. My capacity to do good and produce will increase in ways I can't even imagine, which is really fantastic. And that puts a smile on my face like this dude. I can't even smile like that. One day I'll get there. One day I'll get there. What I know is if I continue to compound my successful actions, one day I'll be able to smile like this dude. Carefree. And, wow. So what the hell is my point here, guys? I'm going to try and wrap this up here for you. Number one. So point number one. When faced with a decision, always make the decision that allows you to take the most action towards your purpose and goals. In other words, when you're sitting there thinking, what should I do today? Take or make the decision that allows you to take the most action towards your goals. There may be a million things you can do to get towards your goals, but you can't fit a million things in your schedule today. Pick the one thing that allows you to take the most action today. And tomorrow, pick the one thing that allows you to take the most action tomorrow. Okay? Number 2, plan your action. Don't be busy for the sake of being busy. Make every action a productive action. I can't tell you how many people I know and how many times I've heard and how many times I've done it myself where I have worked a freaking hellish day, 12, 14, 16 hours, and got nothing done. I was so busy the entire time doing nothing or doing busy work that didn't pay me, it didn't put food on my table. Why? That crap would have all handled itself. It would have. And if it hadn't, had I gone out and produced anyways, I could have just paid somebody else to do it. Okay? Go be productive. Don't be busy for busy's sake. Go be busy for production's sake. Number 3, maintain your productivity. It is too easy to give ourselves a break when we've done well. Don't fall into the pit. Be consistent and persistent. Okay? It's okay to pat yourself on the back. It's okay to take a weekend. It's okay to have a little vacation every now and then. It's okay to have a party. It's okay to go to Buffalo Wild Wings and have a beer every now and then. Whatever, okay? It's okay. But then it has to end. You have to wake up the next morning and go to work and be productive and take action towards what you want to accomplish, okay? This is the end of my little spiel here. I want to wrap it up with this, guys. I know the more action you take towards your goals, the more of your goals you'll have. Period. That's as simple as it gets. There's nothing else to this. Thank you all so much for listening. I look forward to seeing some comments out there. Hopefully you made it through this whole little spiel. I know we're running on 22 minutes here, but guess what? It's the best 22 damn minutes of your day, I hope. So anyways, please, if you like this, share it. And send me an email over to carsonporter.inspire@gmail.com or leave some comments here. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas for some upcoming videos and things you'd like to see. Thank you all. Appreciate it.